But before we get into that, we had some spoilers, and I really want to go through them because we have one that came out this morning, and that must have been like a special release preview. I didn't even watch the stream. Someone just sent it to me. It was like, "Hey, did you see this? You better pay attention to this one." So we're gonna get into our news and spoiler segment right now. All right, welcome to our news and spoilers. We've got Darth Revan officially as a leader, and there's a couple of good things and bad things I think that's going to come out of this, and we're going to actually talk a little bit about these spoilers. I'm pretty hyped to see Darth Revan as a character because, like, he is technically 100% outside of the normal confined bounds of Star Wars. He is a Legends character that they're not bringing in. And I understand that the Legends of the Force, right, is like, that was a conversation piece of, are we going to get Legends characters? And this proves flat out that we're at least getting one. And my belief is we're probably going, maybe not leaders, but I do believe we're going to be getting some more crazy stuff inside of the set at minimum. So, Alex, do you want to do Darth Revan or Kenobi tonight?
You can do Darth Revan. You seem pretty happy about that.
All right. We have a villain only, no other color. This is a specific villain card called Darth Revan. He's a Scourge of the Old Republic. He's a Force Sith character. When a friendly unit attacks and defeats a unit, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, give an experience token to that friendly unit. When he comes out as his leader unit, he is a 5-cost. 3/6 with a Force Sith title still. He gets Restore 1, which I think is kind of cool. Like, that's different. Like, we haven't seen that as much on villains before, so it's a little bit weird. And then he also has basically the same text. When an enemy unit attacks and defeats a unit, you may give an experience token to that friendly unit.
Yeah, when a friendly unit attacks. He's an enemy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, when a friendly unit attacks. So, well, I will say, so the probe thing that I feel I really like about this is the fact that they are going a little bit outside of a comfort zone, and we're getting like a villainous leader, which means I bet you we're going to get a hero only leader. That's my belief. You can
also just have a hero Revan, right? Wasn't that a thing?
Kind of, yeah, yes. That would be weird. That would be weird if they gave us 2 of them in one set. That's weird. But they could, I guess. You're right. They absolutely could. We'll find out this week if they're going to, because a lot of people will speculate on that. But I like the fact that it's a 5-cost. It has a little bit bigger of a body. I would rather have it 7 health personally. But it does say when a friendly unit attacks. So it is friendly to itself. So when it attacks, it could give itself an experience point. But you have to defeat a unit. That's the problem, right? So how long are you going to really live?
Just put a bunch of lightsabers on them.
And that's my theory, is kind of what they're gonna, that it's gonna be an interactive thing. I just like the design space though for this card. Like, I actually feel like whether it's gonna be super impactful in the meta, I'm not super sold on that. Like, I do like the fact that it's an instant action, so it doesn't require you to take actions. And we have actually found that makes the leader a little bit better when you have something like that, because you don't have to. You can be a little bit more aggressive. But it doesn't have overwhelm like Maul does. It doesn't have a high power stat line. But it does have like kind of like the Jango Fett thing, like an infinite thing. So if you have a board state, I mean, just could you imagine if you could generate a bunch of tokens like Vader does, and then you just swing in?
Just play the Clone Wars, give yourself a whole ton of like troopers, and then give them a whole bunch of battle droids. Easy.
Yeah, and then you just swing into them, and you get another damage, and you've cleared their board, and like, I don't know. So
just run off aspect Mace Windu and go to town.
You could do that too. So I don't know. Like, I think the design space is cool. I'm not going to tell you I think this is like the best card ever, but I do like this is like the Rey thing, but you have to attack a unit and kill it. So this fits into my control bubble a little bit more, I think, than other leaders have.
It is kind of interesting that they took an aspect away, right? Because it's just pure villainy, and then like it seems a little bit weak. So there's probably stuff in this set that makes this like a monster, right? Because this initially seems a little bit iffy.
I would agree. Yeah.
Also, did you notice the little gold bar right at the bottom of the cards? Yeah, the little L, signifying that this is a non-canon character. This is a Legends only character. That's what that means. It's cool, I guess. I guess they probably was like, hey, Disney, let's have a bunch of really cool legend stuff. And they're like, yeah, let's make a way of differentiating that so people
Don't get
know that
confused.
this is wrong and evil.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool looking. I'm happy to see what the hyperspace or the showcase for this will be, because I just want to see what that gold does. That gold accent piece might just actually be really cool looking on it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know, you know, like it might make that leader just collectible, like the showcase collectible, just because of the pure, like the little gold insignia thing.
Yeah, it looks like the little gold accent. I like that. It's just it's interesting that they're like, well, we're gonna make it one aspect and then kind of make it slightly overwhelming. I don't know.
Yeah, I there's a theory that has been kind of going around today that people talked about having a double aspect base, which would just like crazy with him. Like,
that would be disgusting. Why would you do that? Why would you like, hey, I can play double aspect like vigilance and also have a fourth color?
Well, no. I apologize. I don't mean like a two blue base. Like, it would be
right.
It would
but like
be
if it was like a
blue
green, yeah, and you play like a blue leader like Ray or something, right? And then you just always have a 4-cost vigilance and then also have the green aspect.
I like that.
Yeah, it seems really silly. I don't know.
But that's kind of like the discussion point is how do you make this broken? And this also could mean that we're getting a lot of villain cards this set too. Like, we traditionally have not gotten a ton of villain cards. But there's a possibility we might be getting a lot of villain cards, or maybe there's something that allows us to play off aspect cards cheaper. And like, that would be something that could come out. That would be.
Don't want to play Lake Country, Revan?
I kind of actually do, just so you know. Like, I do kind of like it. There's just there's not enough removal in it, I don't think, for my taste.
You could do a Vulture Droid deck. Why not?
You could. Might be fun.
Those Kanan players are going to be so sad when they, or the Kanan unit, when they flip over your base and it's like nothing.
They're like, oh, and you're like, sorry guys, it's just the way it is.
Speaking of sorry guys, talking about the next leader.
Yeah, we have an Obi Kenobi again.
Hey, young green Obi.
Yeah,
I guessed Obi. I think I originally had him green, and then I'm like, oh, Luke probably exists, so I shoved him over to blue. So that sucked. Poor call on my behalf. But yeah, we got a green heroic ObiWan Kenobi. He's a Force Jedi Republic guy. As an action, you can exhaust him and use the Force to give an experience token to a unit without an experience token on it. And then he flips on 5. He's a 3/6. And then on attack, you can give an experience token to another unit without an experience token on it. Yep.
And it's weird because he has a white lightsaber, and I don't think that's traditionally a lightsaber he ever had.
Not like General's Blade or whatever.
General's Blade, I don't know. I don't know. No.
What white lightsaber? Revan's? Like purple?
That's my guess. Is that's what the color is. It's supposed to be purple, but I won't know until we actually get it up close. But like a white lightsaber is traditionally like a cleansed Sith saber. That's traditionally what that is.
That's the thing. Okay.
Yes, that's why
Ahsoka have like little white ones.
Yes, because after she left the Jedi Order, she cleansed lightsabers. There's a book you should read that you would really like.
I have to be able to read first. But yeah, no, Obi-Wan, he seems a little underwhelming, not gonna lie. But man, there better be some stuff here to like, because he seems okay. If like this was like a set 1 leader, this would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, all that kind of stuff, not spreading the Force, but like just giving out an experience. He can't give it to himself either, so it's like, I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of like, hey, if this unit's upgraded, or if this unit has X amount of power and you get there by giving an experience token or something, it'll be a lot better. It seems a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think this is worse than Revan, personally. Like, just looking at it, I was like, this one, I gotta have the Force and I gotta spend it. It's like way more conditional. The other one is I'm gonna be attacking units anyway, so that makes sense. This, no, I don't know. Yeah, your buddy Justin's gonna have to get this this showcase here. So
he was very upset about this. this Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan's like one of his favorite characters. So, hopefully there's something else there. We can revisit him later.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to Qui Gon Jinn. It is the first legendary that they have revealed for this set. I will tell you the artwork on this is amazing, though. Like, I really genuinely just love this artwork. And
this in hyperspace would be wild.
Like, I am very excited for the artwork on this card. But this is a 7-cost, 7/5 Force Jedi Republic. Qui-Gon Jinn, obviously it's a legendary. He has ambush. When defeated, you may choose a non-leader ground unit. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their deck. So essentially you can play him ambush in. And technically my guess is you could take him and put him on top of your deck. That's my assumption is what they want you to do with him, right? Like, I guess it's kind of like a pseudo control. Like, I don't know why you would want to, because if you tell the opponent they're just going to put their unit back on top of their deck if they want it.
Sure. I mean, it is like putting things like on top of your opponent's deck is generally really good if it goes out and play, because it's like they're forced to draw that next turn, but also those card games are like one card draw, so it doesn't nearly set them back as much as you'd want, I guess. But it's kind of interesting because, like, if you put Qui-Gon in Qui-Gon's deck, like, ambush out, if you manage to live, you can also like pick that back up and replace it with something like Plo Koon or something, which would be pretty cool, or like another 6-cost, and just kind of daisy chain it a little bit down.
Yes. Yep. I would say that's probably one of the main uses. I would say we weren't like super high on the Ahsoka unit too at first, and like that actually has quite a bit of value. And this could be the same thing too. This could actually have quite a bit of value. You could take care of 2 units from your opponent in a turn and kind of just like blockade and stop them up. So like if you have like kind of an even board, you can then ambush them in, kill something big of theirs, and then turn around and take one of their units, maybe like a Sentinel. On the other side in the space arena, or I don't know, like maybe they have a mall out or something, and then they like it's no longer gone. It's just gone, right? And so, I don't know. I like it in theory. I just am not 100% sold. This is amazing. Personally, I do like getting another 7
ambush is really high.
Yeah, I like that because it's a little bit more than like the Han Solos. But like, I mean, if we're gonna be honest, still Han Solo doesn't die.
And you can also like pop your own unit back on top of your deck, right? Like if it's like a home 1 or something, you wouldn't mind putting that back on top of your deck. If you already swung with it or something, play another unit out of it. I don't know, thinking of kind of edge cases, or like a Luke, you throw that back on top of your deck if it's out or something.
You know who's really gonna like this card though?
Yoda.
Yep, it's Yoda. Yoda's gonna like this card, man. Like, holy crap! Like, I don't think I don't know if they thought about that, but like this like makes Yoda like pretty damn like really good. Like, just
like a deck with like C-3PO, at least you know what's on top of your deck, I guess. But yeah, I mean Yoda, like that's Yoda's flip turn.
Yep. You can ambush it in, put it back on top of the deck, flip Yoda, kill something else. You can kill 2 like high powered units. I don't know. Like, seems pretty good to me. But
yeah, we'll see.
Right. What's the next one?
My boy Grogu is a 3-cost pure hero unit. It is a 1/6 with the Force trait. It also has the hidden keyword, and as an action, you can exhaust it and heal up to 2 damage from a unit. And if you do, you deal that much damage to a unit. So it's like it binds all things on a body, which is really cool. I like this card a lot. I'm not sure where I'd put it, but it's cool. It's a 1/6. It's hidden, so it probably lives, because it'd be really hard to take out if you can't attack at the turn of, and it's got 6 health, so it's not like you could take it down or something. But he's fine. He's cool. I like moving damage around. That's always been a fun thing for me. You put it in Rey, it becomes like a 3/8 eventually, right?
Yeah, and it is if it is just the heroic aspect too, so like it can go in every hero deck, period.
Yep. And this is the prestige card version of it, which they mentioned, and it looks pretty cool. It looks nice, I guess. I'm sure that's like probably a scene from the TV show or something.
Yeah, I mean that little ball thing is the thing that he was obsessed with in Mando's vehicle. So there you go.
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't know how much I like this card like as an insane card, but I do like that fact that it's like a tricky card. I don't play a lot of hero though either. So there you go. Like the problem is like would I include this in a villain deck? I always think about those things. Would I put this in a villain deck? Am I willing to pay 5 for this? I don't think so. But I don't know. I think it's a decent like replacement for the other Grogu. And I do think that we'll see play because there's going to be some other like shenanigans that you're going to be able to get into with the fact that like you'll be able to put a lightsaber on him. Like you mentioned with Rey can give him experience. I mean, he probably works with Obi-Wan as well. You know, like there's a couple of other things that you can do with it.
And worst comes to worst, he's a 3-cost force unit, but also that statement might be a little bit more meaningless once the set drops because I'm sure they'll be really cheap force units. It's kind of a shtick, right?
Yeah. Well, the last card,
legendary.
It is a legendary, and like I think I don't know. That's why I'm not as sold on it, but I don't know. Like we have a lot of really good cards so far. So, all right, the last one we have is As I Have Foreseen. A nice little Pelp sitting there controlling his armada in the background,
watching all the ships go to him.
Yeah. So this is a 1-cost yellow villain, which again they just love to give yellow villain
bad, so they
everything.
need help.
Yeah. Look at the top card of your deck. You may use the Force. If you do play that card, that costs 4 less, so it's a 3-cost reduction. Seems pretty good to me. like oh no,
yeah.
Oh, we got rid of TDR, so I guess at least it's only 1 card, right? Like instead of searching for 7 to find what you want, but still, like that seems pretty.
Yeah, paying 3 less is pretty impressive. You know, also heaven forbid you played like Inferno 4 earlier that turn, or Inferno 4 died, and you could just stack the top 2 cards of your decks. So you know what you're gonna play.
Yep.
Or something like that.
Yep.
Or
definitely,
you know, something spins it back, or like you know, deck manipulation kind of thing. Paying 3 less is not usually what you see, because I think the only one that was like 3 less was they hate that ship, right? And that just gives your opponent 2 readied TIE fighters.
Yep, and it has to be a ship only, and it has to be in your hand.
Right.
Oh, so I guess this one you still don't know. Like you know who likes this
because you don't know the top card of your deck.
Unless you're playing Thrawn, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, that too. There's Thrawn, yellow, first set Thrawn.
Yep. I got that showcase too. I'm super excited for it. I'm gonna
just play your Avenger for 6. What's the worst that can happen?
Yep. Maybe Thrawn will be good this set. I don't know. That'll be amazing if set 1 Thrawn like actually has viability all of a sudden.
You could probably do like a set 1 Force Thrawn deck. Why not? Sure, do it.
Yep.
Exhausting things is fun.
Exhausting things is fun. Playing things for super cheap is fun. Like, I mean,
yeah.
And so the question is, okay, so I have a question. So if you put Luke in the deck, because the cost would technically be in a villain deck, the cost would technically be like 9, right?
Right.
Or so this is not saying it's going to cost 4 less off the normal card cost. It's not like a tech. It's not like the tech thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy for that. Like, do not. It's not like the TDR did not do that.
Yeah, you can play Qui Gon Jin for 6.
Yeah, which I don't. Whatever. I'm not going to care about that.
And then you can put something back on top of your deck and then play As I've Foreseen after it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. It is a rare as well. That is something to note. Yeah, so I bet that hyperspace is gorgeous.
I bet it is too, and I bet you I'm gonna go for maybe a full collection of hyperspace foils of those cards. So hopefully they're cheap enough. All right. Well, that was all the spoilers that we have.